Mzee Mwai Kibaki, and now our brother Raila Odinga. And since we are still in the mourning period, allow me to ask all of us to stand for 1 minute and remember those giants of Constitution 2010. Remember them for a minute. Mwai Kibaki was a president. Raila Odinga was a prime minister. Yours truly was a vice president. They gave us a truly important document. Let's just remember them for 1 minute. Thank you. Joey! I welcome you to join me on Thursday. And we'll go and shout Joey. Because we want, my friend, please. Tafadhali musije mukanichezea sample hiyo. I'll begin to organize a demonstration. I'm actually an expert. So, is that better? Thank you. Those of you able, let's actually go to Bondo next Thursday in a style like no other to begin, because there's no way William Ruto and his ilk can pretend to mourn Raila Amolo Odinga. There's no way. There's no way. Absolutely no way. So those of us who feel that we have a true inheritance in Constitution 2010, let us all go to Bondo. People are, watu wanatoa ng'ombe, wengine mbuzi, tuende huko. Celebrating also our culture. We join with our brothers and sisters from the Lake region. But today, here on the slopes of Mount Kenya, remember one time, I said, nitapita katikati. How many of you remember that? Some of you laughed at me. Some of you said demeaning things. But today I want to remind you, it was because it was an attempt to isolate the mountain that at the end of it, I became the 10th vice president. Not because I was elected, I was appointed by Kibaki. No, it was a negotiated position. But that negotiation took into account that the 40 against 1 was issued, and we said no. Your cousins, Ndugu Rigeji, Ndugu JB, from the mountain, south of the mountain, said no, we will not allow any isolation of any Kenyan community from the rest of the Kenyan society. And today I give you my pledge. For as long as I am alive, you guys should sit pretty. My little contribution, itahakikisha kwamba Kenya is one indivisible country. This is why we want us to move from the mountain to the lake next week. And let us see ni nani anaweza kutuzuia. Because that is what this country is. And we will celebrate our culture. Secondly, it has been said that when you sit pretty and complain about bad laws, bad legislation, it is because those of you decide to sit in the comfort of your living rooms, or sit munaenda koroga, as Ndugu Rigiji said. Munaenda Ruiru kukoroga. Now, 8 million of us could not brave the morning chill on the what date was it? On the 9th of August, 2022. And the result of it was election of a government that has now come out to be seen worldwide as a thieving administration, a corrupt administration. The number 1 corrupt leader in the world is now, because the reigning champion was Assad of Syria. And he was overthrown and fled to Moscow. The number 2 most corrupt leader is a Kenyan president. Is that the kind of reputation as learned friends that we want to have in our country? Therefore, we must get up. We are coming here tunataka tu ndio nikamilishe tufanye mugithi. The time for doing something is now. The late Professor Wangari Maathai, you remember that Kenyan icon, from the mountain. She was my deputy minister when I was a minister for the environment. And she gave the example of the hummingbird. Asema the hummingbird aliona mlima unachomeka kama Mount Kenya. And then the big animals, the lions, the elephants, they could do nothing. But the hummingbird started with a little wings, anaenda anachota maji, anakuja kujaribu kuzima hiyo mto. And then the big animals asked the little bird, what in the world are you trying to do? And the hummingbird said, at least I'm trying to do something. Now, lawyers, members of the bar, please, in our own little way, we cannot have a country go down the drain while we call ourselves professionals. And so, I want to ask that election time, an election is not an event, it is a process. And the process of the next election, you know what happened with the selection